Hey guys, welcome back to Cooking with William, where today we're going to be making salted brown butter chocolate chip cookies. Let's get started. Alright, the key to these cookies is the butter. Now most cookies will just use softened butter, but we are not going to do that. We are actually going to brown our butter. To brown it, we're just going to put 2 full sticks of butter into a small saucepan and then just cook it over medium-low heat for about 7 to 8 minutes until it turns nice and brown. The browning comes from the cooking of the milk solids in the butter, which adds a nice toasty flavor and really brings these cookies to the next level. Set that butter aside while we work on our dry ingredients, which is just going to be 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon baking soda, and 2 teaspoons of fine sea salt. This is a salty cookie recipe, but it really brings out the flavor. Whisk everything together until it's one homogeneous mixture, and then you can go ahead and set it aside while we talk about our chocolate. Dark chocolate is going to be the best choice for these cookies. You can use chocolate chips, but I like to use these bigger chocolate wafers. When we chop the chocolate wafers with a knife, you get these small little shards of chocolate instead of even pieces of chocolate, and it helps add a little bit of irregularity to the chunks of chocolate. You get some nice big chewy pieces and some smaller fully melted pieces, and it really just makes the entire cookie so much better. The wafers are also better at staying gooey even once they've cooled down. Once you've chopped up your chocolate, we can start putting the entire dough together. To our melted butter, add in 1 full cup of packed brown sugar along with a 1/3 cup of white granulated sugar. Use an electric mixer on medium speed to just incorporate and cream the sugar and butter together. Mix for about a minute until the color starts to lighten and everything is well mixed together. Now we can add in our 2 eggs. These will incorporate a whole lot easier if they're brought up to room temperature, but if you forget, don't worry about it. And then we will add a teaspoon each of vanilla extract and almond extract. Whisk that together on medium-high speed until the eggs are completely incorporated, the color has lightened, and a little bit of air has gotten into the dough. It should be about 3 minutes of beating. Now at this point we can add in our dry ingredients. That was the flour, baking soda, and sea salt. Go ahead and mix all of that in on low speed just until incorporated. You don't want to overmix here or you will have really chewy, dense cookies. Once everything's well mixed, go ahead and stop using the electric mixer. We are going to switch to just a rubber spatula to mix in our chocolate chunks. Go ahead and fold that in just until they're incorporated and then stop messing with the dough. This is a dough that you could make 3 or 4 days in advance as long as you keep it in the refrigerator. If you're making it the day of, you should still cover it and let it sit in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes to let all of the flour fully hydrate. Once the 30 minutes has passed, we can start laying them out on our cookie sheet. I like to use a Silpat to keep it from sticking. And then as far as size goes, you can go any size that you really want to go. I'm using an ice cream scoop if you want to use the size like me so you have the same time. But if you want smaller cookies, do smaller cookies. If you want bigger cookies, do bigger cookies. It will just affect the time it goes in the oven. Once your dough is all laid out, go ahead and put it in a preheated 375-degree oven for 6 minutes. At this point it will still be raw, but they will have flattened out enough that you can add a generous sprinkling of flaky salt. This just adds a really nice crunch and flavor. Go ahead and put it back in the oven for 6 more minutes until the edges are brown. When they come out, the center should still be gooey. That's a sign that they are not overcooked, but the edges will be brown. That's how you know. Go ahead and let them cool for about 5 minutes on the baking sheet and then transfer them to a wire rack. Serve whenever you're ready. And there you have it, salted brown butter chocolate chip cookies. The salt and the brown butter really bring out a lot more flavor in the cookies than you would normally get in a regular chocolate chip cookie. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you make these cookies. Let me know on my Instagram if you ever decide to try them. Let me know in the comments below what we should do in the next video, and make sure you like and subscribe this one if you enjoyed. Thank you.